Hi, welcome back to the podcast or my YouTube channel. I've got both, but you're tuning in today because you're probably navigating and trying to figure out all the ways that you can manage or heal. You can 100% heal MS if you want to, but you're doing all the things, right? You're clean eating, you're detoxing, you're exercising the best way that you can. You're taking the right supplements. You're getting out in nature. You're going outside as much as you can. But I want to talk about something that's sometimes left out of the conversation today. And it's kind of like a secret sauce. It's an accelerator. So today I want to talk about joy and finding joy while you're healing. And I'm not talking about some vague toxic positivity and that we pretend everything's perfect. No, but I'm talking about finding the radical, intentional joy that you can find every day because it's only going to fast track your healing. I don't want you to think of it as you're only going to find joy after you heal. You're going to find joy along the way every day. And I'm going to be giving you some examples on how to do this. Now, you might be thinking, okay, how does me being happy going to change my diagnosis or heal my nervous system? Well, let's look at the science of this for a moment. The biology of this is quite amazing. So when you live with a chronic condition like MS, your body can easily be trapped in a stress mode or stress loop. I was like this, and this was the first 45 days after I was diagnosed. I was worried I was going to end up in a wheelchair. I was worried about a medication that I thought I was going to have to take. I was stressed out about my health insurance covering all these expenses and the extra expenses I would have to take out of my pocket. I was stressed out about my life and how it might look in the next 2 to 5 years. But I'm going to tell you something. After about 45 days, I learned that I can heal holistically with MS, and everybody can do this. This is when I started feeling joy and how I missed this huge piece of the puzzle. And so part of this was feeling joy that I could heal. Like I just knew I could do it. And this is how I want you to feel too. So when you're stressed and you're worried and you're in that victim mode, and I was there, that's for sure, your brain releases a steady stream of cortisol and adrenaline. And this keeps your immune system on high alert and fuels your inflammation, which is exactly the opposite of what we want our body to do. So this might be hard for you, especially if you're just diagnosed and nobody has ever told you that you have the power to heal holistically. Your doctor won't tell you this, unfortunately, but knowing that you can heal is part of the happiness or joy I want you to feel while you're healing. And the other thing that brought me joy was that I found out that I didn't have to take medication. I didn't have to do infusions. I didn't have to keep going back to the neurologist. I didn't have to keep doing MRIs. I mean, that was my choice. I just knew I was going to heal 100%. And if you can change your mindset, this is going to be powerful and life-changing for you. So let's talk about, besides knowing that you can heal, because I want you to start thinking this. Every day, I want you to start thinking about all the things that you're going to do once you heal and how happy you're going to be. But let's find joy throughout the whole journey. Let's talk about dopamine and serotonin and how it affects your brain scientifically. So let's talk about dopamine as your brain's reward chemical. It gives you that little spark of motivation and pleasure. And serotonin is your ultimate mood stabilizer and cellular peacekeeper. When dopamine and serotonin flood your body, it gives your system a big green light for your body so it can start healing. This literally tells your body, hey, I'm safe. I'm going to be okay. So when your body knows it's safe, it drops the fight or flight triggers and then enters into the rest and repair mode. So in that state of safety, your inflammation goes down and your cellular repair system starts kicking in. So your positive emotions literally are telling your cells, yes, we're feeling good. So let's keep rebuilding and repairing. So how can we practically do this day by day? And they're actually little moments throughout the day. And I want to give you some examples. So those of you that love chocolate, I know I do, and dark chocolate actually has some amazing healing properties to it. It has antioxidants, but the good thing is it gives a lot of us pleasure, right? So if you can take a couple of squares of a chocolate bar, and I'm not saying eat the whole chocolate bar in one sitting, I'm saying take a couple of squares and really enjoy eating that chocolate bar. Let it melt on your tongue. Taste the richness of it. Just savor that pure moment of luxury. That's a dopamine spike right there. Okay, here's another example. Enjoy the pure warmth of spending time with your child or your grandchild. Now, if you have a teenager, I know this can be more difficult, but there's always moments of joy. Maybe you're sharing a laugh with them. Maybe you're congratulating them on something that they did. Look into their eyes, give them a hug. Hugs create dopamine as well. In those few seconds, your body is flooded with serotonin, and this helps your body start healing. Joy can also look like treating yourself to a brand new pair of shoes, or maybe it's a shirt or a blouse that you absolutely love and you feel good in it. And then you put it on, you look in the mirror and you think, I feel vibrant today. That matters. It changes how you carry yourself. It changes your energy. One of my personal favorites is getting outside, making myself a tall glass of iced tea with some ice cubes and going outside and sitting out in the sun and enjoying nature, enjoying my back patio, enjoying all the trees around me, enjoying the flowers that I planted. This gives me serotonin and dopamine for sure. And I've got a neighborhood that is just full of trees. And it's so beautiful. And so when I take my daily walk around my neighborhood, I just feel so good. And when you surround yourself with beautiful scenery, and this is going to help you heal more quickly as well. So in those moments, I just want you to feel life is good. None of these things take all day, and none of these things cost a fortune. But they change the chemistry inside your body and they shift you into a healing state. So I want you to flip the script on chores. I know there's always things that we don't enjoy doing, right? And there's always things we have to do. So let's be real for a second. Healing doesn't mean we have to be perfect or live in a stress-free world, because that's unrealistic, right? But we can change the way we think about things that we have to do. So for example, I've got to work on taxes every week. And it's not something that I really love doing, but I try to flip the narrative on this. And I say, you know what? I get to do taxes because I'm an entrepreneur and these are things that I need to do, but it doesn't take me a long time. If I can just schedule an hour once a week for me to work on my taxes or work on my checkbook, I say to myself, this is a small part of my day. It takes very little time, and it means my life and my affairs are in order, and I always feel good after I'm done. So I'll treat myself afterwards, and maybe it's that glass of iced tea or a couple of squares of dark chocolates, right? Or maybe it's a handful of those macadamia nuts that I just bought, because I love macadamia nuts. So do you see how powerful this is? If you can just switch how you see the world and change your thoughts into a positive way of looking at it, it's just a blip in your week. You know, we always have to do dishes and we have to do chores around the house. We have to do laundry, but don't let it steal your joy. As I wrap this up, I want to leave you with a tool to plant inside your head. Your subconscious mind is always listening to you. Your cells are constantly reacting to the instructions that you give them. So I want you to put this exact thought in your head. Write this on a sticky note. Put this on your bathroom mirror. Say this to yourself right when you wake up and before you go to sleep. Ready? Here it is. I know I'm healing little by little every day, and this makes me happy and it brings me joy. Let that sink in. If you're doing all the things, you're healing little by little every day. You're not going to wake up 100% symptom-free tomorrow, but you'd be amazed at what you can do and accomplish in 12 weeks. Every small step is your step towards victory. Every delicious meal that you make, every laugh that you have with your family or your friend, every moment you're in the sunshine soaking up the sun, brick by brick, this is your foundation of recovery. So get out there and make those micro moments count. Flip the switch on the boring stuff, and remember, joy is your power. Thanks for listening, and you'll see me or hear from me in the near future.